Hello and welcome to this edition of Energy Independence. I'm your host, Dwight Cromie. I recently attended the IBEW Local 440's NJATC's Electrical Apprenticeship and Journeyman Boot Camp for kids held in cooperation with the Alvord Unified School District. I was able to talk to Jim Rush, the program coordinator, about the importance of this event.
The importance of events like this really is to make the kids aware of what's available to them. A lot of students nowadays don't have the opportunities or don't even know what an apprenticeship is. It's our job as a community organization to reach out to the high schools and educate these students on what an apprenticeship is. Typically we do go to the classroom, but we decided to switch up the dynamics and actually bring the students out to our campus along with some of the faculty and school board members to help them understand truly what an IBEW electrician does and what they go through for the program. I just want to see them walk away with the awareness that apprenticeships are out there. It's the best kept secret we have here in Riverside County, and we need to make people aware of that, of what we got going on. Not only the electrician's trade, but the operating engineers, pipe fitters. We all have the same typical apprenticeship programs that are of no burden to taxpayers. So we just like them to get an understanding of how what they're doing now in school applies directly to their future. A lot of students get the notion, as I did, as you probably did, that why do I need to do this math in school, or why do I need to take these English courses in high school? Well, we directly apply the math that they're learning currently in school to the electrical industry.
Mr. Rush also talked about the important role PLAs or project labor agreements play in keeping jobs in the community and creating opportunities for these students.
It's our job as a community organization to ensure that the students are aware of the programs that we have available, but it's only going to be available if we have the work to put these students on. If there's no work for them to go to, we're not going to be pulling any apprentices in. And politicians nowadays need to understand that. This is much bigger than union, non-union PLAs. I mean, this is, if we want our community to thrive, we have to take care of the dollars and make sure the dollars stay here in the community.
The NJATC's mission is to develop standardized training to educate the members of the IBEW and NJATC, ensuring and providing the electrical contracting industry with the most highly trained and highly skilled workforce possible. I spoke with Rick Perper, the director, about this program and the important role it plays in job creation and the development of the region's economy.
If you look at the statistics from the Department of Labor, the economy really only needs about 25% of its high school graduates to go to college. Most of them are going to go into service sector jobs, construction jobs, things like that. So it's very important for them to know that there's an alternative out there, and it's a lucrative alternative also. And so we're trying to get awareness out. We have math relevancy classes here where the students they're putting together why they're learning algebra with actual physical application for it. A lot of the stuff you see in the background here requires algebra and some trigonometry also. So we're trying to get the message across that, stay in school, what you're learning in school is important and you will use it at some point in time. We've actually got 4 modules. First one is going to be first aid, CPR. It's going to be construction safety. So they're going to have the mannequins, the recessa annies, they'll be on the floor doing cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Then there's going to do the math relevancy class I think we talked about. Then there will be an electrical safety class, and we have Van de Graaff generators and Tesla coils, so we can make their hair stand up on end. It's really kind of fun for the students. And the last class is tool skill, and then that's what we have in the background. That's actually applying some of the skills that they've learned using their hands, using tools. They're pulling wire back here, and a lot of students, in addition to hearing it and seeing it, if you can actually make them do something, it really fixes it in their minds. The IBEW NJATC organization exists. It's multifaceted. It allows our contractors, our member contractors, to have qualified, trained personnel for their job sites so they know that they can come in within budgets. And for our members, it ensures that they're working for a contractor who has their best interests at heart, who will pay them a living wage, who make sure that the safety considerations are all taken care of. So it really is a cooperative arrangement between the two.
Rick also talked about what the trades have to offer these students and the importance of keeping jobs in our community through the use of PLAs.
The PLAs are important because they have safety language in there. They have to be depending on how it's written, you'll have to have so many people that are trained in CPR, OSHA, things like that. So that ensures that the worker on the job site is actually going to be taken care of. They're going to be safe. They know they're going to be able to come home from a job they go to. So, construction is inherently dangerous, so they make sure that those provisions are in the contract that will keep them safe. And also there's local hire provisions in there, which means that if the job is in, say, Riverside County or Riverside City, it will be primarily Riverside City employees or residents that will actually man those jobs. And that's very, very important. They don't bring somebody from San Diego up to perform electrical work in Riverside County. It puts local people to work.
I was able to talk to Mr. Swan, an Alvord School Board member, about the importance of a program like this is to his students and the new trend on how we are teaching our kids.
Well, a couple of big things are important. Students that don't typically want to go through a normal college career, they can learn about apprenticeships through here. And also, the second thing is the green energy, renewable resources, learning about that's going to help them the rest of their lives.
I also talked to Mr. Swan about the slight change in philosophy, that not all kids need or should go to college, and about the importance of introducing students about other career options, such as electrical or construction trades, or even manufacturing. He also explained what he hopes his students would get out of this program.
One of the goals within the Alvord Unified School District is to prepare kids for college and career or career. So we know all kids aren't going to be going through a college, but to have them ready for a career once they get out of high school is going to be our goal. So yes, it's very, very important to them. We hope that it's something that's going to whet their appetite. At a young age, you're never sure what you're going to gravitate to, but as they're going through here, there's going to be many opportunities they can look at from a renewable energy, from electrical, first aid, whatever it might be, that they can really grasp onto, motivate them to carry them through high school, and then give them an opportunity to follow through with that as they go past high school. As kids grow up in a community, and if they can find jobs and work here within the community, it helps sustain not only the community, but the family structure. Their friends and relatives are all around, but actually the growth within the community, it's not just a job, but it's actually helping the whole community.
I was also able to talk with Mr. Gary Packler, an instructor at Alvord Unified School District, about the new trend in education to bring back the days of wood and metal shop back into the middle and high schools.
We are lacking skilled workers in the state of California as well as nationwide, and the high school is where we first introduced students to the idea of hands-on activities and hands-on projects. The Green Construction Academy is for us is that one course of study that all 4 years they get to do projects, and that they specifically signed up for this. This is something they were interested in, and we see that need. I see that need in throughout the labor market. So the answer is yes, schools will be returning to that, and many of them already are, and in the area of career and technical education.
Mr. Packler talked about the value of these students getting exposure to and an understanding of what the trades, such as the IBEW, have to offer them in regards to wages, medical and retirement programs, and the overall quality of life that they can look forward to.
We've seen where the sole push was all students are going to college, and we also heard this morning that students who go to college, they're not guaranteed a job when they graduate, if they graduate. So the importance of students being exposed to this and having an opportunity to learn about labor, to learn about the trades, is something that we don't do enough of, and I feel that this partnership with IBEW is, again, the initial stage of that. I look forward to years of expanding this.
The NJATC has developed uniform standards that have been adopted and used nationwide to select and train literally hundreds of thousands of qualified men and women in an effort to support job creation locally and nationally. On a national scale, the IBEW and NECA have hundreds of locally sponsored programs offering apprenticeships and training throughout the United States for both men and women. Green jobs are the future, and the future of the country's energy independence will require the skill, knowledge, and focus of the men and women taking advantage of the NJATC's training programs. Programs like this provide a valuable service to moving this country to total energy independence. I want to thank the NJATC for allowing us to attend today's event. I'm Dwight Cromie, and I want to thank you for watching this edition of Energy Independence.